What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, I am Send It Steve. Obviously, you see we got the 6.0 back up and running here in our last video. There's some things that I have to button up with it in today, basically, maybe tomorrow. I want to go ahead. I still haven't bolted down the bed. That's been my issue. And I haven't done the taillights. I've been driving it now, and I probably shouldn't. So I want to get this thing ready to actually be driven on the street and take it to get an alignment. So, but today we're actually picking up two different vehicles. This is actually going to be the Bay Area over here that I actually work on vehicles. So both of the vehicles that we're picking up have to go over here. So I'm going to go ahead. I already pulled the ramp truck out. As you can tell, it was sitting over here. But I want to go ahead and move these two trucks where the ramp truck was. That way when I get back, I can just back the ramp truck right back in. You can see the ramp truck sitting outside here. But I just want to be able to back it right back in here, unload the one car because it doesn't run. And then the other car is a donor vehicle for the XJ. That's right. We're going to get back into some XJ content, and I am freaking excited about that. So without further ado, we're going to jump in the ramp truck here and just hit the open road. Lesson learned: if it's supposed to rain, don't leave the front flap window open because you get soaked, and the ramp truck is not ideal for this kind of weather. But we got a car to pick up, so let's just go get it picked up. Hopefully it runs. I don't think it does, but hopefully it does, because I'm not really trying to get completely soaked. As you can tell, the water is just running in over there, and I can't reach it to close it. All right, we'll keep plugging and chugging. Alrighty, loaded up and heading back up north. As you can tell, we got a pretty big load back there. It's actually heavier than I thought, but I'm not gonna yell. I'll just see you guys when we get back to the shop. It's always something. All right, so I left the hatch open in the back of the Corvette, so the freaking battery's dead in the Corvette. Let me swap the battery out here, out of the ramp truck, so we can keep plugging and chugging. So basically, the other thing I wanted to say about this is I want to move this. It's just too big for me to move right now. Plus, I had a bunch of things going on, and I wasn't in like a big hurry, so I kind of put some of the Corvette parts. This is all parts for the Corvette to go back together. But I definitely want to move that because I want this car to be able to go back another foot. Again, I do want this to be like the workshop area. This is where like the fluids, I don't mind if they hit the ground or if they're somewhere over in this area, but I didn't want them like all throughout the shop. So that's why I'm going to dedicate this area over here to basically being a complete shop. I think I said in a couple videos, but I just want to, you know, reiterate for you guys. This job here is actually one, I got a call saying that the Hyundai shut off and it sounds timing related. So long and short of it, I popped the hood right away and I was able to actually see that the timing set looks like it exploded over here on the cam gear. So long story short, I'm basically probably going to go ahead and rip the entire front end off of this and pull that head, see if we can actually salvage it or fix it. If we cannot, then we will probably just go ahead and get an engine for this thing. But huge problem with this thing. Car only has like 44,000 miles on it, but it's in here for probably an engine job. But I'm gonna pull that apart. I might put this in the end of the video. Maybe I'll start tearing it apart, but I do have to jump in the Ram truck and go get our parts donor Jeep XJ for our XJ, because I miss off-roading. I miss having that thing running. So without further ado, let's jump in the Ram truck here and go get our new XJ project. Alrighty, well, we dug it out. It was actually up in the weeds here, but everything seems to be sound in this thing. I do see an oil leak down there on the oil filter housing, but that's not a big deal. We have RTV and we also can get gaskets for it, but we get an extra cooling fan, it looks like, a good radiator. The radiator looks brand new. I think it's a good purchase. So a couple $100 we can buy this thing and use it for parts. Obviously they have other things down here, but let's get this thing down and out and load it up. I think I'm excited about it. He's a freaking nut. Oh boy. All right, let's get this thing loaded up and down and out of the mountain here. They got a bunch of parts cars here, and I just happened to luck out and call, and they said yes, they'd sell this one. So we got a bunch of parts. Let's get her loaded up and back to the shop. Definitely forgot that they said the heater core is leaking and there's rust, but the AC is ice cold also, which is a huge plus for me because our AC did not work in our Jeep. But they got a bunch of parts vehicles up here on the top of the mountain. I'm excited and I'm so glad that I made this phone call. So let's get this thing down and out of here and get her loaded up. I have got to give a huge shout out to Speed Strap here. They obviously have sponsored the channel. This time they are not paying for the actual promotion. I am just strictly shouting them out because, you know what, they deserve it. I've never felt so confident in a set of straps. I've towed with a lot of things, as you guys do know. These straps have come in handy, and as you do know, my other straps have seen better days. So huge shout out again to Speed Strap. They are in the description down below. You've got to get their sets. It makes everything so much better. Even if you just do, you know, once a week towing and you need some straps, do something. Buy these, you won't regret it. And I really appreciate you, Speed Strap, for joining the Send It Steve team. Definitely check out their Instagram as you see it on the screen. Let's get this XJ unloaded. I guess we could do a little bit of exploring with you guys. Now, I've literally explored just a little bit, basically walked the property and things. But let's get out here and actually do some exploring. Oh, that's a lot steeper than I thought it was, actually. Definitely was a lot steeper than I thought it was. Huh. This thing either super sucks or it's super steep. All right, a little bit more speed. Huh. Well, now we're framed. Didn't expect that. Well, so here we are. We're explored and we're bellied. All right, let me go get another truck and get us out of here. The poor F450 looks so tiny next to this truck. Look at the mirror comparison, and like you can see the roof of the F450. But huge shout out to Yang Straps. We're gonna get to use you today. We got the 6.0. Since it runs, we might as well take this to get our recovered Jeep out. So plus it has air conditioning, and I don't know, just be better to be cool instead of hot. So yes, I still got to get in alignment. We're driving straight and the wheel is crooked, but let's go get the new Jeep unstuck. I guess this should show how high up that truck actually is and how steep that is, because we can literally pull like right up to this thing, and this is a big truck and it's way up there. I wonder if we can drive just straight up and over it with this. Oh, easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. And this truck is big, and I forgot it's tuned. She is rolling some coal. The other reason I grabbed this truck here is honestly because I'm one person, so I can kind of loop the strap. That is a heck of a hill, but obviously we got the F350 up here. We'll be able to yank it out easy. The reason I brought this is because I'm one person and I have to leave that in neutral. So yeah, this has hard bumpers, and let's hope we don't break the grill that we need out of this. So let me get it hooked up and yank it out. Oh my goodness. So if you guys didn't see that, I don't know how much of that you are going to see, but I was literally trying not to because I need this grill. So I was trying to stay super far out with the F350 so that it didn't hit, but yet still try to figure out how I can stop it before it actually just goes straight out into the horse pasture. Luckily, yank straps came in handy here. This is exactly how I stopped it too. I didn't even touch anything. It is still in neutral. Key is obviously still dinging, but yank strap went up and around the axle here, and the F350 brought it to a stop. So whew, that could have been bad. That could have been real bad and real quick. So without further ado, let me get this thing in the shop here. We're gonna stop messing around with it. Also, I had to use the Subaru as a camera car, so huge shout out to the Subaru for going up there and doing its thing too. But now I'm gonna jump it, and then we're going to put it in the shop and I'll explain some things. F350 for the win already. All right, well, as you can tell, we ended up filling the shop very fast. Now, I could probably get 5 or 6 more cars in here, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick rundown. We got the C5, 350, 450, XJ, XJ, car trailer with a bed on it, GTA, Grand Cherokee that I'm still trying to sell, 2250, come get it, runs and drives cold AC. The Saturn Aurora that I gotta finish up. We will finish this soon. The new Hyundai, which we're gonna finish talking about later on, or I might do a complete separate video of that. The Subaru I brought in here just to bring it in to show you guys that I could fit everything and some in the warehouse here. So I'm freaking excited. Some of the things with the XJ, as you guys can already guess, I do need the front grille. I need the headlights, I believe. I think I got a headlight out, so we need the headlights. Marker lights and everything are good on this. I'm actually going to use probably my hood and try to do a couple like vents for air conditioning, or not air conditioning, but vents to heat or get some of the heat out of these things, because mine gets super hot. So I want to find a way to try to evacuate as much heat as possible. The other thing, the nice part about getting this engine is I will have a bunch of extra hoses, belts, AC compressor, because the AC compressor on mine doesn't work. I'll have spare axles out of it. So left side axle, I always break. Right side axle, I have 2 extras. I don't really need a third, but we'll have it in case we need it. And then I'll be able to actually sell this thing, or I mean, part this thing out. So we have good mirrors, we've got good seats. The seats are actually in pretty good shape. I don't know what that is. That's kind of disturbing, but I mean, it's an 04 Jeep Grand Cherokee. How can you go wrong? Plus this one has a radio. The headliner is sagging, but it's in better shape than mine, so maybe we'll swap the headliner over. I got a roof rack to sell. I've got a bunch of parts here that I can sell off. Plus I'll be able to keep taillights. I actually forgot about that. I ended up breaking my XJ taillight, so I got a good taillight now. So you can see back here, I think mine's just dangling. Yeah, so I ended up breaking my housing trying to flex around on the F450. So got a good taillight. It was a good call. I only paid $400 for the thing, so I'll be able to make my money back and some. So there you guys have it. I hope you guys enjoy the content. We're kind of starting to enjoy the farm a little bit more and more. So stay tuned for some of that content. I'm excited about that. But I just wanted to get in here and get everything kind of organized, called up before we start getting crazy and kind of doing what I just did. So it is what it is. We ended up making it out of there without any real damage. The yank strap did take a little bit of a pull, but it's not a big deal. That's my fault. Not yank strap. It definitely got stuck in the upper ball joint over here. So it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. But so again, Yank Strap actually did sponsor this video, so huge shout out to them for joining the Send It Steve team. Speed Strap, obviously, they have been a part of us for a while. I just like giving companies that deserve shout outs like Rough Country, Blessed Performance, KC Turbo, Huron Speed. Even I kind of wish I still had the twin turbo kit on that, but they helped out great. Texas Speed. You know, I just like giving shout outs to my sponsors because, you know, after all, they are the reason that we are here. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys are excited about getting our XJ back up and running, and let's just plug and chug and get some of this stuff knocked out. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is order the engine and everything for this car here. Let me know in the comment section, say Hyundai if you actually want me to do a video of engine swap. If not, that's just kind of a side job that I'll get knocked out, or and then we'll get on to our XJ here. So I'm hoping to get this done while I wait for this engine to come and arrive, but we'll see how it goes. All right guys, comment, like, subscribe, say Hyundai down in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next one.